Empire of the Promised Land.
This is our flag for our empire.
The creation of the Promised Land. The Alaskan people overthrew Putin and Russia as well as Kim Jong-un and Korean country to form the new empire to the Promised Land.
This is life in the Promised Land. We are a patriarchal society. At the age of 18, all men in the empire are required to serve at least 2 years in the military, except for the Alaskans. There is no freedom of speech without the Promised Land except for the Alaskans. Most people in the empire possess and own guns except for most people living in Russia and Korea.
Our demographics. Our total population is 185.8 million. The Alaskan population is 20.7 million. The Russian population is 140.1 million. The Korean population is 25 million, and the population of our capital city, Anchorage, is 8 million, with our military having 15 to 20 million people in it at all times.
The government in the Promised Land. The government is run by a dictator, me. The building on the right called the Promised Land building is the Promised Land and is the capital building of the country in
Anchorage, Alaska.
voting is illegal in the Promised Land. Alaskans are the upper class of the empire while the Russians and Koreans are the oppressed lower class. Currency, naira. Language, English. Although all languages are illegal, religion is banned within the empire.
This is our economy of the Promised Land. The empire has economic ties with most Middle Eastern countries, like Mexico, Cuba, Syria, Greenland, and the UK. Our exports are fish, technology, weapons, oil, timber, coal, gold, and grains. Our imports are more weapons, money, vehicles, medical stuff, food, and fuel. All people in Russia and Korea are required to have a job at the age of 16, and we place a tax on marijuana to fund education and free college throughout the empire for the Alaskans only. 50% of the budget goes towards the military and a huge wall around the empire. The economic inequality isn't drastic, but is noticeable between the Alaskans and the rest of the empire.
Marketplaces and dockyards. Marketplaces are popular because goods are imported and exported in and out of the Promised Land.
Sport and arts in the Promised Land. The people of the empire excel at most sport, dominating every other country in competitions. Ice hockey, baseball, football, and soccer are the four most popular sports in the empire and in the Promised Land. National teams have never lost a game in those sports. Country music is the most popular music genre in the empire due to the influence from the Alaskans.
These are the structures throughout the Promised Land. The Promised House of Worship is located in Moscow, Russia. It is the largest building of worship to the dictator in the empire, Promise. The stadium is the largest stadium in the empire and was built under the dictator's request in Anchorage. The transportation system is the most highly advanced transportation system in the world throughout Alaska, serving the people.
Issues in the Promised Land. Social inequality is a major issue within the empire that stems from the oppression of the Russian and Korean people and leads to racism as well. The provinces of Russia and Korea are drastically underdeveloped, and it is very hard for people to get out of those provinces and into Alaska. The government has made it illegal to discriminate based on origin, race, or nationality. A new program has been started to modernize Russia and Korea up to Alaskan standards. Poverty is another issue that is very prevalent in Russia and Korea. About 30% of families living in those two provinces live below the poverty line compared to 0.5% in Alaska. The new program to modernize the two regions is expected to significantly boost the economy with good paying jobs.
Our legacy in the Promised Land. 100 years from now, the Promised Land will be known for its iron fist style dictatorship that brutally oppressed the Russians and Koreans in its early days. It will also be known for its military domination and sports domination.